calling up Barry Coates. Barry Coates.
Tēnā koe. Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Green Party supports this bill, the Geographical Indicators Wine and Spirits Registration Amendment Bill. We think that this issue is vital for New Zealand's wine industry. The wine industry is a great example of an industry which has not only benefited from savvy marketing, so to speak, excuse the term, good, thank you, but also having a drive for sustainability, which we regard as leading practice amongst agricultural sectors. We share a concern that this bill is coming late to the House and that the government has not acted on this earlier. We think that this has exposed New Zealand wine producers to the potential for knockoff of New Zealand wines from other parts of the world. And we're very pleased that belatedly this bill has come to the House. We note it is also an implementation of Article 23 of the Doha Agenda, so it's been the subject of multilateral trade negotiations. And we think that the protection of wonderful place names for New Zealand wines, such as Marlborough, Central Otago, Wairarapa, Kumeu, Tikawhata, is going to be enormously important for the New Zealand wine industry in the future. We recognise that the issues of geographical indicators are strongly associated with international trade agreements. Now, the United States system tends to favour trademarks rather than geographical indicators, and perhaps this bill is timely with the recent demise of the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement and the forthcoming proposed rise of a New Zealand-European Union free trade agreement. But I share my colleagues' concern that we have not moved faster in order to have a more articulated and broader coverage of indicators. For example, the European system has a protected designation of origin that deals with the know-how of production, as well as the geographical indication, and as well as a third category called traditional specialty guaranteed, which relates to traditional knowledge and character in production. So in that way, we might have stronger protection for the value added from our primary production sector and encourage specialisation in our production that will then command higher prices and defensible prices internationally. We think that geographical indicators should be extended to food products such as bluff oysters, Morrinsville cheese, Pukekohe potatoes, Oakuni carrots, Waiheke olives. There are many such products that could benefit from geographical indicators, and we're disappointed the government has been moving so slowly in order to extend geographical indicators beyond the wine sector, and disappointed at the delay that has taken to cover the wine sector through this legislation. The Green Party supports a broader approach to food labelling, including country of origin labelling, and we note that New Zealand has not introduced country of origin labelling, despite that designation being labelled in Australia and being the only area where we haven't got joint rules with Australia on labelling. On the bill itself, as I said, the Green Party supports this bill. We support the SOP put up by the Minister, and we support the recommendation from the Committee for the establishment of a Māori Advisory Committee under Section 39A, and therefore I'm afraid we can't support the two SOPs suggested from New Zealand First, and otherwise we do strongly support many of their recommendations, but not in this case. With that, Mr. Chair, I commend support of this bill. Thank you.
Chris Farf.